Hi, and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff Hall. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Sam had a fantastic question. Reps versus sets, Tiff. What are they, and what is the magic number to hit the spot for strength gains? Light weights, high reps, or heavy weights, low reps? Which is better? This is my question. Everyone wants to gain strength and tone up, but they are very different things. And in my line of work with a fitness product, which is TXO and marketing and things like that, you see fitness apps and you see fitness marketing just hammering you all day saying, get strong and tone up. But they're very different things and people might think it's the same. So toning and strength training are very different terms in the fitness industry. And they have distinct differences in their goals, in their methods, and in their results. So do you know the difference? That's my question. Let's start with strength training. So the goal is to increase muscle mass and gain strength and enhance overall physical performance and functional abilities and improve bone density and joint health, right? The methods that you would use is heavier weights with lower repetitions, typically 4 to 12 reps per set. Includes exercises like squats, deadlifts, bench presses, rows, all those movements, and often involves progressive overload, where the resistance is gradually increased over time to continue challenging those muscles. The results, you often get hypertrophy, which is the muscle size growing, and you get the strength. Enhanced metabolism, it's always a winner. And calorie burning, fantastic. There's also improved muscle definition, but not necessarily a lean appearance without the attention to body fat loss, okay? So you'll get those muscle gains and you'll get the definition, but it's not going to be cut and lean unless you do a cut and try and lose a bit of body fat to reveal that muscle underneath. Now let's talk toning and compare the two. The goal of toning is to improve muscle definition and achieve a leaner appearance, right? You want to maintain or slightly increase muscle mass whilst reducing body fat, and you are enhancing muscle endurance and overall body composition. So you're recomping your body to have more lean muscle mass and less fat. And the methods used is usually lighter weights with high repetitions, typically 12 to 20 reps per set of, body weight exercises or light resistant dumbbells, including exercises like, your squats, your lunges, your push-ups, your resistance band work, your mini bands, your glute work. Often it's combined with cardiovascular exercise to reduce body fat. So your circuits, your fitness classes, your HIIT training, for example. And the outcomes are improved muscle endurance because you're doing a lot of reps, slight muscle growth sometimes, more defined muscles due to lower body fat levels so you can see the muscle shine through, and a leaner, more toned appearance without significant muscle bulk. But nothing that I'm talking about, whether you're trying to gain strength, even if you do heavy weights with low repetitions, you're not going to get bulky. You're not going to get bulky because that's something very hard to do. It's just I'm talking about looking shredded, okay? The two different things. The key differences here are the weight and the repetition range. Strength training, heavier weights, fewer reps, and toning, light weights, more reps. And the focus that the strength training is about building muscle size and strength, whereas the toning is about achieving muscle definition and that lean appearance. Exercise intensity is also different. Strength training it's pretty high intensity. It often involves compound movements. Your heart rate will get up. You really feel it. But with toning, it's more moderate intensity. So, you see people in the gym doing the bicep curls and they're going for like a minute. It's moderate, and it involves a mix of compound, but also those isolation exercises like doing your triceps and training the smaller muscles and more accessory movements. And the difference is in body composition as well. So strength training can lead to larger muscle size and a potential to increase body weight due to muscle mass, but toning focuses on reducing body fat to reveal muscle definition. So you've got that more lean appearance. So many fitness programs will integrate both toning and strength training elements to provide more of a balanced approach. For example, someone might lift heavier weights on some days to build strength and muscle, whilst on other days they might focus on high reps and lighter weights to improve endurance and definition. Something that I do have my heavy strength days and then more of my endurance days where I will box with light weights to really get endurance in my arms, which helps me with my martial arts. So while both toning and strength training involves resistance exercises, that's where it can get tricky and confusing. The primary difference lies in the weights used and the repetition ranges and the specific goals of the workout. So toning or looking toned requires muscle mass and a higher ratio of muscle mass to fat mass, but it allows for more muscle shape to show through, right? That's what toning is. So being toned requires that muscle mass, and this involves progressive overload. But if you are scared that lifting heavier will make you look bulky, again, I have to say, please don't worry about that. It takes a lot of proper technique, dedication, a lot of food, rest, a shit ton of time to build muscle, okay? You can't do it by accident because it's really hard to do it on purpose. Things that probably won't get you the best results for building that muscle, if you're really focused on building the size of your muscles, high intensity cardio, fitness classes, prioritizing your cardio over weight training, sticking only to high rep ranges, lifting the same weights all the time, and trying to diet all the time and be in a calorie deficit. Those things will kill off putting on that muscle size. Other than that, now you know the difference between toning and strengthening. And next time someone says, I'm just going to go and do body pump because I want to tone up and get strong and increase muscle mass and do all these things, you'll be like, no, they're actually two separate things. And I know this from Tiff's podcast. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company, so please DM me all of your questions on Instagram at tiffhall_XO. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Happy days.